Hi, this is Carl the Cobra Frutch, and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal Khan for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. We're here at the OVO Arena. I'd like to be joined by Roseanna Cox. Roseanna, good evening. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
It's good to see you. Saw you on social media the other night, chilling out with Bugsy Malone on a night out on a Tuesday night. It's a very weird night to go out, isn't it?
It was actually for his new fragrance, House of Vision, so yeah, not usual.
Right, how was the night out with Bugsy Malone? Did you have a good night?
Yeah, it was good. It was good fun.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, as I said, to keep an eye on your social media, as I try to do with most of the fighters. Obviously, I saw that you were ranked 14th in the world, but didn't they push you up to number 1 in the world?
Yeah, so after my debut, I was ranked 14th at super middleweight, and then someone sent me the other day they'd moved me up to light heavy, and I was number 1. So yeah.
Box record got a sort. Yeah, okay. Tell us what's going on with you then. I mean, pro debut out the way, lots of social media work you've been doing. When can we expect to see you out next in the ring?
I'm trying to get out. I was meant to be out in August, and then I was told that the board needs to check. Obviously, I was denied my British license in 2018. I went for more brain scans, everything came back clear. I went to California and I was given a Californian license based on having clear brain scans. So obviously the British board want to make sure everything's clear with that. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. It looks like maybe I have to go abroad again one more time. So yeah, I'm just...
It must be a frustrating time for you, but I'm pretty sure even you are smart enough to know that if you're not 100% ready to fight, even you wouldn't put yourself at risk. So what is the current issue with the board right now, and why are they being so damn difficult with your license?
I don't know. I had a clear brain scan in 2019 and I was not allowed to have a British license, so that's why I went over to MMA. I did MMA for 2 years, and then, you know, I love fighting, I love MMA, but I put a lot of time and effort into boxing. Obviously, there's big MMA fighters that come out of New Zealand. I could have stayed there and been probably successful in MMA, but I came to England to box. So that, you know, I feel like that's my mission. That's why I'm tunnel vision. I need to achieve that, and yeah, that's why I went to California and got my license out there. And still, I can't box here. So yeah.
A lot of patience is going to be required. It is a tough sport to be involved in, but I do hope, you know, you come through the other side of it. We get to see you back out in the ring. But so much has happened since then. One of the biggest pluses is in women's boxing is now we are moving away from the 2 10-minute rounds to 12 3-minute rounds. So that's a big thing for women's boxing, right?
It's a big thing. It's a really big thing.
Surely now we need to get you in the ring in these 12 3-minute round fights, right?
Yeah. I want it so bad, you know, like. I've shown how bad I want it. I've stuck. I've been patient. You know, like I've travelled to prove that I'm safe to fight. And yeah, I hope that soon somebody will.
So, is it super middleweight, 168 pounds, or light heavyweight, 175 that you're going to be comfortable at when you fight next?
I mean, there's like 6 people in the light heavyweight division. It was never a division that I wanted to be in. I'm ranked number 1. I mean, the belts are vacant. It's like
tonight. I don't even know, but this is the fight right here. I'm fighting a big battle.
It would be nice to be a world champion and fight for that, but why do you want to be a world champion in a weight that, you know, there is nobody? So I would like to go down. Even like I'm only 5'6", so even middleweight's a nice division. Super middle, yeah.
I mean, in women's boxing, 160, 168 are exciting divisions.
Yeah.
You know, you've got Clarissa Shields, who rules the roost at 160. Then you've got Savannah Marshall at 168. But I do believe she's a champion in recess with one of the governing bodies.
I just heard that.
Yeah. Is it Shayceda Green that's going to be fighting for the vacant title?
Yeah, I just heard that. Yeah, she's going to fight for the WBC, I think. Yeah, that's amazing though. I think she deserves her shot. She's worked hard as well, and she's obviously a power puncher. She's got like mostly knockouts, so it'll be good to add her to the division. The more exciting fighters there, the better.
Shayceda Green, Franchon Cruz Dezern, Savannah Marshall. I'm pretty sure Clarissa Shields can go up to 168. When realistically are you ready for those names?
I'd like to have a couple more fights, but like with me not being able to fight in the UK, it's like I don't know if I've got the luxury of being picky about who I fight. Do you know what I mean? I might just have to say fuck it and go over to the US and start fighting these girls, which it's always been like that for me. It's always been like that. I've always been the underdog. Like, I represented New Zealand for my first 3 fights. I went to the World Championships within my first year of boxing. My 7th fight was fighting Kazakhstan at the World Championships. So I've always been the underdog, and I really wanted to, be the home fighter and build my record and like get a few fights and knockouts under my belt. But maybe it's not my journey. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's not my journey. Maybe I'm just meant to get straight in there.
We do hope that you can stay over in the UK, and we do hope we get to see you on maybe a Queensbury or a Matchroom or even a Sky Sports show. We know you've got an MMA background about you, so we have to ask the question. Francis Ngannou has an opportunity of a lifetime when he fights Tyson Fury. Now, Francis Ngannou, according to the World Guinness Book of Records, is the hardest hitting heavyweight in all of combat sports. Can he beat the Gypsy King Tyson Fury when they come together in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia?
I have to say I hope not. For a boxing man that's put his life into boxing and comes from a big boxing family, I think if Ngannou was to go over and beat him, it would be a big statement, and you would hope that that it couldn't happen. My favourite fighter, Mike Tyson, coaching him, so but no, I hope not.
Okay, well, listen, there's a lot of people that are very negative towards that fight, because reason being is they want to see Fury fight Usyk, Fury fight Joshua. Because you've come from an MMA background, do you think the boxing fans who are not happy with that fight have got to give this fight a chance and have to look at it as a proper fight? Because Francis Ngannou, from what I've seen, is coming to fight. He believes he can win, and him adding Mike Tyson to his corner, it goes to show you that the guy is very serious about this fight, and he's not just looking at this as a payday. So does a casual boxing fan that's not a fan of this need to sort of jump on board with this? Because this is something that's going to happen regularly and more in the future. We saw it with Floyd and Conor McGregor many years ago, and it is going to happen more and more as time goes on.
I think, I'm a fighter. I love fighting. I was never a boxing fan before I got into boxing. I'm not a massive fan that keeps up to date with everything that's happening. And I think these fans need to relax, to be honest. Tyson Fury has built a legacy. He's done it all. And if he wants to go and fight someone else, let the man do his thing. Do you know what I mean? If Francis Ngannou wants to come over to boxing, I just think people need to relax. There's one fight.
Okay, before I let you go, we've got the official press conference launch coming up next week between Chantel Cameron and Katie Taylor. The rematch, repeat or revenge?
Repeat.
Inside the distance, or does she stop at this time?
Knockout. Chantel, knockout.
Okay, Roseanne, before I let you go, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for talking to Lights Out.